What's up, you guys? It is DaiLeoYGO here, and welcome to my deck profile for the Dark Magician featuring Slifer the Sky Dragon for the October 2022 format post the 2022 Megatins. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to give you guys this deck profile because this is a deck that I have been messing with for quite a while, ever since the new God support was revealed in the 2022 Megatins, and I just felt like Slifer just makes the most sense in this deck, and I just wanted to try it out, guys, and show it to you guys, just to give you guys an idea of what my build is looking like and how I'm messing with it. If you guys do want to get some inspiration and get an idea of how the deck looks like, this is definitely going to be the video for you. And I do want to let you guys know I have taken some inspiration from other YouTubers, including Alpha Trading Card Games, Zephyr Trading Card Games, and some other players as well on YouTube that have kind of inspired this build and helped me optimize it to the way I wanted to play it. So if you guys do like it and you guys want to see more profiles like this, definitely give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below what other deck profiles you guys do want to see next, or what other type of content you want. And definitely subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you guys don't miss out anytime I upload videos. But with that being said, let's just go ahead and get into the deck profile. So first off, for the monsters, we are obviously going to be playing two Dark Magicians here. This is obviously pretty standard in most modern DN builds, because 3 nowadays is a little bit too bricky, and 2 helps us at least ensure that we do have a second copy for, you know, the late game and other plays moving forward. So 2 is definitely a standard here. I am playing 1 Dark Magician Girl because getting the draw 2 off a Soul Servant is just really good in this deck, and it's really hard for me to pass up on. So that's why I'm only playing 1, because you really don't want to draw this in your opening hand. And I am playing only 2 Magician's Rod. For most other builds, this is a bit of a weird issue, because if you're not playing any other normal summon, which you guys can see I am playing another normal summon here, you would want to max out on this on most modern builds, but this is by no means such a bad choice. I know there are some other builds that do play 1 copy of this, which just seems really weird to me. I just feel like 2 just makes the most sense, because at least you get 1 in your opening hand and another one if you really want to search it out, if you don't have the other normal summon here in the deck, which I'll be discussing later. So 2 is definitely fine here. I did not miss a 3rd copy, and it's just been working out for me. And then I am playing 3 Magician Souls. This is obviously pretty standard in almost any Dark Magician build, because, you know, this is one of the best cards of the deck, and it helps you set up plays for so many different things and helps you get started with your opening hand, and can just be a real game changer sometimes in late game, especially when you need to summon Dark Magician off of from the grave to trigger circle and all that stuff. And for the rituals, I am playing 2 Illusion of Chaos. Obviously, this is probably going to be the best, if not the second best card in the entire deck, because it literally searches out your Magician's Rod, your Magician's Souls, and practically anything else that you need. So this is obviously a really good ratio for that. I am only playing 1 to minus the United Dragon, because, you know, you don't need multiple of this, because this is not very fusion focused. So 1 seems to be good enough. In the TCG, you can play Dragoon with this, but I just opted not to, because I didn't really feel like I needed to in this particular build, so that's why I'm not playing it. But Timaeus is still a really good card. It helps you get into your fusions a lot quicker and a lot more consistently without needing other fusion based cards like Magical Ice Fusion or like Secrets of Dark Magic, which I'm not playing in this build for just to make space for all the other support that I have here. So that's why I'm only playing 1. And for the other normal summon here, I'm playing 3 Divine of the Herald. So her purpose here in this deck is for you to send off Herald the Arc Light to the grave, which can either search you out your Illusion of Chaos, or it can search out your Preparation of Rights, whichever you don't open up with. Or if you want to break boards going second, you can send up Elder Entity Entis off of it to pop a card. Or if you really want to, you can also send, yeah, you can also do a little combo where you can send Hair of the Arclight off of this and then search out Illusion of Chaos, and then with Illusion of Chaos you can get into something like Magician's Souls, which can send something like Dark Magician Girl to the grave, and then if you want to summon her off of it, off of Magician's Souls, you can do that, and then afterwards you can go into something like Ultima Isoken, and then set a card, and then trigger its effect to go into something like Crystal Wing Seiko Dragon, which can obviously be a good monster negate going first. So that's one of the neat combos that you can do with this deck if you open up with her. So yep. And for the last monster, I'm playing one Slifer the Sky Dragon because this is obviously making use of the new support here that the Egyptian Giants just got in the new Megaton. So only playing one is fine. I mean, you really don't want to open this in your opening hand, and even if you do, there are still other ways you can get it back into the deck with cards like Illusion of Chaos or like by other means, but that's why you only play one, because you really don't want to see it in your opening hand. And that is it for the monsters. For the spells, I am only playing 2 Dark Magical Circle. This is almost pretty standard in a lot of Dark Magician builds as well, because opening 3 seems a little bit too bricky at some cases, especially if you don't have a way to guarantee what you're gonna draw off of it with cards like Soul Servant. So I mean, 2 is a pretty standard ratio in my opinion. And I'm playing 3 Soul Servant because this is also one of the other best cards of your deck, besides Illusion of Chaos and Magician's Souls, because it can literally stack your entire deck, and obviously it's a good draw too if you can get Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl set up in your grave or on your field turn 1, so it's really good for that. I'm only playing 1 Magician's Salvation, pretty standard. This sets you off. This sets Eternal Soul straight from your deck without with bypassing cards like Ash Blossom, which you know is really good for that case, and it's really good for also sometimes the second effect with trying to summon Dark Magician Girl off of it can come up, but obviously if you already have Dark Magician Girl set up, this would obviously be a lot better with summoning Dark Magician from the grave, so you can trigger Circle again on your opponent's turn, so it's really good for that, but that doesn't really come up all that often. And I'm playing 3 Preparation of Rights, obviously because this is the card you want to use to search Illusion of Chaos, and I always thought 3 and 2 were always the right ratio for me, because Illusion of Chaos does sometimes get a little bit too cloggy in the hand if you open multiples of it, so that's why I'm only playing 3 and 2, because at least even if you open up 2 of this and you have something like Magician's Soul, you can at least use the second copy prep to send off a bit to get a free draw off of Magician's Soul, so there's that. And I'm playing 1 Advanced Ritual Art because this is one of the also other good ways to help you actually use Illusion of Chaos's effect, and to also help you ensure you can get Dark Magician set up in your grave turn 1 for cards like Soul Servant, Dark Magical Circle, Eternal Song, all that stuff. And I am playing 3 The True Name. Obviously this is a inspiration off of some of the YouTubers that have been playing with Slifer in their build for Dark Magician, because this is one of the really good ways to help you ensure you can get Slifer in the grave turn 1 for the new Slifer trap, so that you can trigger it right away. And obviously it's also really good for searching out whatever is at the top of your deck, which you can almost always guarantee with cards like Illusion of Chaos and Soul Servant and Dark Magical Circle and all that stuff. So that's why this card is really good for that purpose. And I am playing 1 Monster Reborn because it works really well, obviously, with the new Slifer trap. Normally I would not be playing this if I wasn't playing the Slifer trap, but it is there for whenever you need it. And that is it for the spells. For the traps, I'm only playing 1 Eternal Soul. I have tried messing with 2, but I felt like I had to make space for other cards in the deck that didn't really work that well. And honestly, I have not really missed the second copy of this card all that much. So even if it's at 1, I'm not too bummed out about, because I can set off with like Magician's Salvation. I can surge it off with Rod, and I have many other ways to get to it if I really need it. So 1 is not really the worst in my opinion. And for the new trap, I'm playing 3, the Revived Sky God. Obviously, this is one of the best Slifer support that we've gotten in quite a while, because it helps you ensure you can get a floodgate on your opponent turn 1, and obviously drawing 6 off of this is just way too crazy, and then ensuring you can get a draw off a monster reward to help you get follow-up during your opponent's turn. If ever whenever Slifer does get destroyed, then it's really good for that. And because obviously with monster reward, you don't need to just summon Slifer, you can summon literally anything else that you need in your specific scenario. So obviously this is really one of the best support we've gotten in quite a while, and hopefully I will be making a video for the 2 other god cards pretty soon, but for right now this is all I'm playing. And then I'm playing 3 Trap Check because I really need to get to the Slifer trap quickly, and even if I already open it, as you guys can see, I do have 2 other targets here with Trap Check, including Infinite Impermanence for negation going second, and I do have Peaceful Burial in here, which is kind of a tech a little bit, because if I don't open up with the True Name, this is also one of the other key ways I have of sending Slifer to the grave to ensure I can get the Revived Sky God live turn 1. So this is not the worst, and even if I already have ways to set up Slifer, this can also obviously send cards like Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl or anything else that I need in the grave during my opponent's turn, so that I can trigger them off later on. So it's good for that. And that is it, guys, for the main deck. So for the extra deck, I am playing 1 Dark Magician and Dragon Knight, because obviously the loop you get off of Dark Magician Circle and Eternal Soul with this is just really good. It protects your back row, Eternal Soul protects it, and it's still just really hard not to play even in modern builds like this. I am playing 1 Master of Chaos. This doesn't really come up all that much, but it's good going second if you really want to break forwards. I'm playing 1 the Dark Magicians, because he is still really good for drawing into your spells and traps during your opponent's turn, and can obviously float into Dark Magician when it gets destroyed, which is good for triggering cards like Circle and all that stuff. And if I did have the other support here, which you guys can see in the side deck, it could potentially be good for that going into games 2 and 3, which I could sign into here if I am going to game 2 and 3. So it is really good for that. And I am playing 1 Elder Entity Entis, because again, this is another card you can send off on Diviner to break boards going second. And then for the Synchros, I am playing 1 Ultimate Token for the same combo that I mentioned earlier. You send Dark Magician Girl and Divine of the Heralds to the grave, summon this, set a card, and then summon Crystal Wing off of it to get a monster negate turn 1 for your opponent, which is obviously really hard to get over because it's just going to gain a bunch of attack when it does so. And then 1 Herald of the Arclight for the same reason I mentioned earlier. And just as also a little tech, I am playing 1 Beatrice, Lady of the Eternal, because if I don't have a way to get into if I don't have a way to do the Divine Herald combo, I can do this combo as well to ensure I can send cards like Slifer or other cards that I need in the grave turn 1 to help get my play set up that way. So she is there for that. You could swap this out for anything else you guys might need, but that's the reason I'm playing this. And then for the links, I am playing 1 Artemis because she's a good card to send off of to link into to send Rod to the grave going first, and obviously, you know, when you get Rod to the grave going first, and then triggers your spells and traps on your opponent's turn, you can use Rod to get follow-up for all your other plays moving forward, so it's really good for that. Playing 1 Induct because it's pretty standard in most Dark Magician builds if you really need a dragon to fuse into to really get your fusion plays going. It's really good for that. 1 Link Spider because it's another way to get Dark Magician to the grave turn 1. I'm also playing 1 IP Masquerena because sometimes there are certain boards that I am able to build where I get more than 2 monsters on the grave, where I can get 2 monsters to the grave to go into this, so that I have another interruption going second to go into cards like Nightmare Unicorn to get a spin back on their turn, so it's really good for that. And I am playing one Celine, Queen of the Master Magicians, because she's really obviously good for the standard Celine combo where you just summon a tuner or something from the grave, or a spellcaster from the grave going second, and then link these two off to go straight into access code to obviously break boards, and OTK going second. So yeah guys, that is it for my Dark Magician deck profile post the 2022 Megatons. So if you guys really do want a copy of the list, I do have a link to download it in the description below. And yeah guys, I do hope to make more videos for you soon, and I will be doing a test stand and combo tutorial pretty soon in a separate video, so if you guys want to see that, don't forget to subscribe. And that's gonna be it guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Daniel YGO 45 signing off.